Alright, offline review for Fluffy 5 Hype. Let's get into it. Volley versus Jarvan. Looks good. Bathing down as you should because you have TK top, which is a tank. Alright. I can see a lot of my screen, that's for sure. Okay, full clear. Looks normal. You don't see their jungle here, so I think it's safe to assume that he's probably pathing up. I think also when you get this pot, you should instantly pop it. This yellow one, right? This one, when you get it right now, it's just going to give you 40 gold in the future. For mid gank, looks like he actually did clear down. He just cleared really slow because obviously, otherwise, if he cleared up, you would see him come from above, right? Since he clears come from below, he actually looks like he just looks like he did this, and he just was really slow. And so now this is good because when you see this, now you know win or lose, as long as you don't die after this, you can just go do top grab, right? Another thing to reinforce it is you see he only has red buff. Usually, you lose the buff that you started, right? If you start blue, you lose blue buff. If you start red, you lose red buff. So in this case, when you see his blue buff expires, now you know he for sure started blue. So now you know for a fact he bath down, right? Flash it. Don't think you have to flash. You could probably just walk it off Loki because you're still full HP. Diana has no spell. She just used her entire combo. Jarvan EQ is not going to one-shot you. So I think you're not going to be full HP, but I think you eat the EQ and you could just walk it off and then base. You go to top crab. I think this is pointless. Right. At this point, you obviously already have no flash. A, B, if you look top, then top has no prio. I'm sorry, your top has no prio. B, and C, most importantly, you have no smite. Because if you had smite and flash, worst case scenario, you can just one shot this crab and then just like flash over this wall or just run away. But with no flash, that's not even the. You should just assume his smite is up. This isn't even like a 50-50. He'll always get the smite no matter what, right? And then again, once again, you have no prio top or mid. So again, here you should just base and just go to Krugs, right? Another thing is you probably don't. There's no reason to smite this crab, by the way. Um, anytime you don't see the enemy jungle, just keep your smite. If you see, let's say you see Jarvan show up right now, like here or you here, then yeah, sure, smite it, right? But in this case, when there's no jungle contesting you, then why smite it? I'd rather keep my smite for the other crab or for my respawning Krugs, you know? So here you should never die because you should never invade. I mean, you should never walk into the river, and obviously this is really bad because you're just dead. Okay, full cleared down once again. Looks normal again. Right now, you shouldn't be. You should be pinging. You're pinging to fight this, but again, if you're tracking at all, you should know he's clearing down because of everything I said earlier. You know that you both clear down. So anytime you clear down, it should be Krugs with Gromp, Wolves with Raptors, Wolves with Raptors, Gromp with Krugs. What does this mean? When you're on Wolves, he's probably on Raptors. When you're on Gromp, he's probably on Krugs because you both cleared down. You started red, he started blue, right? This is important because right now when you just finished your Gromp, that means you should know that he probably just finished his Krugs. So if you know he just finished his Krugs, and you see your immobile carry, Jinx is pushing, I am, first of all, after Gromp, I would not walk this way to the left. I would walk downwards to cover my Jinx, make sure she doesn't get ganked, right? I'd also be pinging, while I'm on Wolves right now, I'd be pinging. He's probably on Raptors, careful, right? And then once you start your Gromp, you should be pinging, oh, he's probably on Krugs, careful, right? Because again, that's just how tracking is. You should be able to track where he is compared to where you are, right? Another small thing is when you have two charges of smite, you should always smite. So in this case, you have two charges, you should smite Wolves. When you have two charges, you should smite Gromp. There's no reason to keep two charges of smite on you, right? I think in this case, Jinx didn't die, thankfully, but she does get all her conditions chunked. Now we're here to match him. Jarvan dies, wonderful, and now we pull Dragon. Good. Not good. This was good that you pull Dragon. I'm really happy with this. Getting off Dragon, not good. And you might be like, oh, because their Ballian's coming. Well, is it if you Melio's in base? I agree. You have to get off. It's 2v1, right? You versus their Ballian. But in this case, Melio's here. It's 2v2. Why are you scared of them 2v2? Right? You're full HP. Melio's full HP. Who's stronger early game, junglers or AD carries? Usually, especially if you're playing a champion like Volibear, it's always junglers, right? I don't think you should be scared of the level 4 Xayah as a level 5 Volibear, right? Um, So I think you could just keep doing it, and if you could stall it out, maybe pull the dragon out. Again, you could heal off it with your W. You could throw your E to get a shield. You could pull it all the way up to here. Like I mean, the dragon will be here, you'll be here, right? And then if you can just stall 10 seconds, then Jinx will be here in time. And now it's a 3v2. There's 3 of you and 2 of them. So I think you could stay out. Like if you were like low, let's say you're like 40%, sure, just reset it, just take it off. But in this case, you're full HP, he's full HP, and you have sustain. You have melee healing or shielding. You have your E shield. You have your W shield healing. You should not be this terrified. I think you are over respecting their balling for sure here. And if you really just don't want to like risk it, like you think their balling's too strong for some reason, they're not. But let's say I'm playing devil's advocate, then you should just base right now. Because right now you see Jinx basing that their balling will always have prio. So if you think you can't do it versus their balling, then why are you even trying to? You should just base right now and run straight to red. And the faster you clear your camps, the faster you'll pull it again in the future. So it's either just stay on it or don't pull it at all. There is no option C, which kind of stay on it and then oh shit they come, so you get scared off. It's just bad. Because you have to understand, if you just recalled earlier, Red's already dead, Krug's already dead. You're on your Raptors right now. Now you're on your Wolves, and now you're or after. Oh, let me mute my Discord. Sorry, that's someone else giving advice. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. That's another student. This is me. Yeah, that was a good top kill. After we get grubs, we should just leave. Just ult or flash out. Never mind. I forgot Volibear's OP. Nice. Good job. This point, just minimap awareness, right? You see, I know you're fighting, but you see Jarvan the minimap, and more maybe that's hard to notice, but more easier to notice is you see team is spam pinging pings, right? They're calling spam pinging caution danger, and you're flashing into it. Let me unmute it to see if. Yeah, your pings aren't even too. So I was like, really commonly I tell people to turn up their ping volume because sometimes you'll have it too quietly. Your ping volume is perfect, so you should definitely be hearing this caution danger ping being spammed right now, and then just wouldn't flash it. I think right now you should already be super happy. Think about it like this: you've got an objective, you got all 3 grubs, you got a kill, so you got a kill and an objective, and now you have 6 camps up. Now this is operation literally just full clear. Krugs, Red, Raptors, Wolves, Blue Ground base. You're gonna base on like 1700 gold and level 8.5, and then you're gonna base by full Dusk and Dawn and another component or boots or whatever you want, and then you're gonna come off map as God. You're gonna be level 8.5. You're gonna have full item. Any fight you want, top gank, mid gank, bot type, anything you want, it's all yours. Anytime you like the map is chill. You don't be greedy. Accept small wins. Actually, this is already a big win. Accept big win. Don't go chasing for big ones because you end up dying. TK ends up dying, and this went from being great, 1 for 0 plus grubs, to 2 for 1 plus grubs. Still not bad, but you also get your flash burn. Blah blah blah. So now we full clear down. I think you could go for this. I think you go for this fight. I think again, I'm not sure if you realize, but you are like really strong. I think you can fight this Jarvan too. You're kind of scared of him. Thing is, you're never like full committing because you could always just Q E W chunk him, and then worst case scenario, if he ults you or EQs into ult whatever, you can always ult out. Like your champ can't really die. Like, you always when your ults up, you always have like a escape ability. Okay, this is good. You missed your E. He would have died sadly. You can just space that a little better. This is a good example. Like you're fighting like. I'd be shocked if this fight goes badly. You should be really strong. Even if your balling gets one shot, look at you afterwards, literally 1v3, mauling them. See? Like you're 1v3 now winning. So, this is what I mean. Boom, and you kill this guy too, I assume. Or he flashes up. Yeah, exactly. So, as I said, like, I literally said, I never watched the fight before. I literally said, I saw your balling get one shot here, and I literally said, I'd be surprised if you lost that. That's my words verbatim, right? So, I know how strong you are. You need to realize this strength too. And you might be like, oh, I do know. Well, if you did know, then why are you running away from Jarvan here? Why aren't you just fighting Jarvan right now 1v1 to the death, right? Same logic. So I'm glad you realized it now, but you could realize it earlier. Maybe if you fought them earlier, your Balin wouldn't die. These things, because right now Jarvan had his full combo up. He EQ'd, ulted your Balin. Maybe if his combo was down because he's too busy fighting you, your Balin wouldn't be under threat. You know what I mean? Again, still good play. I'm not trying to take it away from you. Just recognizing if you recognize you're stronger earlier and you're starting the fight, not you're responding to the enemy's fight, the fight could go better. When you're playing it on your own terms. But anyway, this is really big. If I'm you now, I'm thinking, wow, I'm obviously, now after seeing you 3v1 them, I'm thinking to myself, if I'm you, wow, I'm so fucking insanely strong. I want to use my lead to get objectives. What are the objectives spawning? Okay, dragon spawning in 10 seconds. I'm going to fight this dragon no matter what, which is what you do. You pull dragon. We're kind of similar to before. I don't know why you get. I don't know why you're running away. Here I see, look, Diana Akali, and I see me and Jarvan's like right here. Why not fight 2v2? What are you scared of? Why are you resetting this dragon? Why not pull this dragon? If you like, don't reset it. Keep hitting it, which is gonna force Diana to walk in, force Jarvan to walk in. Once they walk in, press Q on Jarvan or press Q on Diana. You know, Akali will never get one shot because she has Shroud, and you'll never get one shot because again you just saw what you did in the last fight, right? If you saw their Balian was like walking up, and you're like, oh shit, they have Prio, like it's gonna be 242. That's one thing, but their Prios, the Balians are busy fighting. I think both Balians are fighting each other, right? So again, here you just saw yourself 3v1 them. Why are you scared? And if you're saying, oh, it's because I have no ult, no flash, I don't mind that excuse. But if you don't want to fight with no ult, no flash, then why are you running to Dragon? Why are you not on Krugs? Why are you not running to Scuttle? Why are you not running to Raptors? Right? You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't pull it because you're strong, and then say, "Well, I don't want to fight because I'm not strong. I'm not strong until I have this up." Because then why'd you pull it, right? So I think if you're gonna be here, you should be pulling this instantly, fighting this instantly, using your lead. And if you think for whatever reason it's not winning because your ults or flashes down, then you should be doing the top camps, getting level 10. You know, you're really close to your next item, which is Navori. Once you get that, you're obviously a huge spike, right? Because you end up just walking back and forth and just dancing for what, like 30 seconds. In the last 30 seconds, you haven't done anything, and if you could have done Krugs, Scuttle, Raptors, got, been level 10, and, still been in River same time. So, now we look to fight. We burn Zyult, not bad. Okay. And we kill their Balian. Good. I mean, again, you shouldn't be surprised you're winning these fights because of how strong you are. This is a bit scarier now too because now you're half HP and jinxes things. So now it's again, I don't think you should take this fight because I think she's a soul laner. But let's see. Nah, it still looks pretty good. You are fucking Volibear. Nice. Nice, and now we go pull Dragon. I don't know why you're not pulling Dragon here, right? Diana's dead. Jarvan's obviously never gonna come smite fight because look at his HP. He's 20% HP. So why not just pull it? Who's gonna stop you? Their mid's dead. Their Jarvan's in base, and you're like, oh, their AD carry support will come. Do you not think you can 2v1 their AD carry support? You've seen what the fuck you've been doing. And it's not even a 2v1. Akali's here, so it'll be 2v2. And if you don't think you and Akali can 2v2 Zyra or Khan, then we have to really reevaluate like your knowledge on strength or weaknesses, right? Um, again, every single fight you've been a part of, you won 3v1ing their bot lane, 2v1ing their mid jungle, blah 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 blah. Right now you do this dragon, it's guaranteed. Their mid's dead, their jungle is basing. But if you go base, now their mid respawns, their jungle gets some HP. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future? What if your AD carry dies and now you can't do dragon because they have number advantage, or in this case they kill it while you're in base, right? Like there's no excuse to lose a dragon. When you are the strongest guy in the game, which you are, your responsibility is to get the objectives, all the 3 grubs, the 3 dragons, the herald, the baron. Objectives is how you win games. The entire point of getting a fed is to be strong enough to force objectives in your favor. That's the entire purpose of being fed. If you had to ask me what I prefer to be, 5-0 with 3 dragons or 10-0 with 0 dragons, I would always choose this one, always, right? So the entire point of getting fed, say you're 7-2-1, the entire point of being fed is to usually to guarantee the objectives. But if you're just getting kills and then just not doing the objectives, what was the point, you know? I also think that you have skipped camps too many times this game. Like obviously I talked about it earlier in this sequence how you're just walking back and forth for 40 seconds, not pulling dragon, not fighting, just walking back and forth. It was from here. Right now is 12:30 to 13:20. It took you 53 seconds to start a fight. In 53 seconds, you could have killed one, two, three, could have killed all 4 of these camps and still been here to force this fight at the exact same time, but you'd be level 10, right? And you'd have 100 CS instead of 85, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why, if you look here, look how weird this looks. You are insanely fed, 7-2 as we said, but you're level 9, and look, Jarvan, when we see him in a second, is level 10. Don't you think it's weird that this guy's somehow up a level and you're Armageddon strong? So I think you're also skipping camps too much. I think it's fine to skip camps if you're pulling these objectives, but you can't be late on the objectives and not do your camps, right? It just then you're just basically doing nothing. So I think this is your shortcoming in this game. Like Volibear is known for being early game powerhouse, snowballing games, etc. Stacking objectives, but you're kind of just skipping camps, not really prioritizing objectives, just playing to get kills. Again, the entire point of getting kills is to do objectives, but if you get kills when there's no objectives around, then it's just pointless, you know? Same thing here. Herald's up. Look at this. Herald's up. Enemy top laner is dead. Let's go do Herald. The Herald would be 3v2, right? We have top, jungle, mid versus just their jungle mid because their top laner's dead. And instead of going Herald, what we're doing, we're basing, right? Why not do Herald right now when Nar's dead? Then when Nar responds, then we'll base and by then the Herald's already gone, right? I think you're not thinking about these objectives. Now you realize it, but by now Nar's already respawned, so now it's too late, you know? It's actually the same thing over and over again. No, it feels like we're just walking back and forth. We're not doing Gromp. We're not doing Wolves. We're just walking back and forth, hoping for a fight, hoping for the enemy team to walk into us and die. And while this entire time we're just walking back and forth mid wave, Jarvan's just hitting the heralds. Jarvan is doing the objectives. He's progressing the game for his team, you know? And boom, enemy jungle has slain Herald, and now we're just forced to fight. And they have number advantage, so the fight's losing. And then we die, and now the game's just over. They have stacking dragons, they've gotten the Herald, they've gotten the tower, they've killed us, they've killed Jinx. I know we got 2 towers bot on top, that's actually pretty good, but when you die to someone, you kind of, like, you just lose your entire lead, because when you are stronger than someone, like, more higher level, you when you die, you give them more XP. So now we look at this game, and you're obviously same level. You're down CS. Your AD carry's down 70 CS. They have both dragons. They got the Herald. It's not the game's like unwinnable, but actually now you're down for Dragon 2. So Dragon spawns 24, your spawn's 22, but it takes you 15 seconds to get there. So if they started literally on spawn, you will not be there in time for Dragon. And if they get third Dragon, I think I call the game wraps just because they have Soul Con. And just like the second Dragon, they kill it as you're about to show up, so you're just too late, a little too late. Just like I said, if they start it right when you're dead, right when you respawn, they'll kill it in time. But now they have Soul Con, and that is just when enemy team is threatening a 25-minute soul, it skewers the entire game. Warps. It's just so much harder to play. Now they have guaranteed scaling behind them, right? So I don't know. And then they get 20-minute. Oh, then they herald. No, not the Baron. Sorry, they herald mid tower. They get the mid tower. They hit this one. I don't know. I think the game's a mess. I don't really see the point of keep watching it. I'll keep watching it, but just so you know, the only thing that matters in this game is the first like 15 minutes or even the first 10 minutes. That's like the part of the game for junglers that we have the most influence and we have the most control over. Everything now, like again, still winnable, obviously, but now it's way more luck based. You have to rely on your teammates to play fights well. You have to rely on enemies to play fights badly. It's way more other stuff out of our control. Early game is when we have a lot of influence and we control if we win or lose. If we control if fights go badly, what objectives are taken or not taken. You know. So if I had to give you a tier list of the stuff, it's skipping camps too much, skipping, not prioritizing objectives, not recognizing your strength. There's so many fights where I think you can just run in and fight and you're not doing it. So it's like recognizing strength. Like when you're strong, you just gotta force these fights, but you're just kind of dilly-dallying, walking back and forth, walking back and forth. So these are like the 3 in order that are important, right? 2 and 3 are kind of connected because the stronger you realize you are, then the faster you will be to pull objectives, you know? Fourth one is also E accuracy. I think I've seen you miss a lot of E's. So either hold your E more or just center it more on the enemy champion's icon. Team gets cut. Do you think your AD carry did run it down this game? Like I do think if you were more present, she wouldn't have fall behind so behind, but not to the point where you'd stop her from having 11 deaths as it's a bit excessive from her call. So now we have to team fight with it's 44. There are colleagues that are our colleagues that their Zaya's dead. Okay, we gotta pick on Diana. Run them again. Here it's the same logic before. We gotta pick on Diana, instantly pull the dragon. You've just won the dragon because look, you have all 5 teammates alive. Zaya's out of respawn, so it's gonna be 5v4. You have all 5 teammates alive. They have 4 teammates alive minus their mid laner. So you have top jungle mid AD support. They have top jungle AD support. They are down a mid laner. So just go pull the dragon. Why chase after them? You need to get a pick before pulling an objective. So then the objective fight is winning a fight. You've already gotten that pick. Their mid laner's already dead. All you're doing now is making yourself a liability. Like, why are you keep chasing this guy? Just go pull the dragon. It's 45, you know? You got it, thank God, but I hope you get the idea. This guy dies. Go spam ping Baron. Baron, not Krugs, not red buff, not bot. Spamping Baron, go Baron, go Baron, go Baron, go Baron. Even now, don't even go red buff now. Don't chase Iron now. Right now, spamping Baron. Look, all 4 enemies are alive, are dead. All 5 teammates are alive. It's 5v1. Do you think they're who's the last guy alive? Do you think their Zaya can 5v1 you guys at Baron Pit? Fuck no. Go do the Baron. Who's gonna stop you? You got a 26-minute Baron. Boom. The game is yours. You're ulting over for a 300 gold Zaya kill. Go spamping. Do the Baron. This is your opportunity to win this game if you go do Baron right now. Said our AD carry dies. We don't get anything besides a red buff. Who cares? Now they pull Baron, and you guys get AC, you lose the game. Yeah, I think early game, if you did all those things I saw about early game, you'd win this game. And even then, you actually still got gifted the win from you guys out team fighting them at Dragon. If you just go do Baron, you get 26-minute Baron, and obviously when you get a Baron that early in the game, you can break all the towers, get an inhib, like you could just start snowballing. But now you guys lose the Baron, now you lose the game. So I think early game you had way more control. I think you still had opportunity to win this game right now, even at the very end, if you just realize, oh, all 4 enemies are dead. All right, sick, free Baron objective. Instead, we're just over chasing. Again, I think theme of the game. I think you're just prioritizing and thinking about kills way too much. The objectives when you game is not these random little kills. You know. If you have any questions, message me on Discord. It's Chat Jungle on Discord. On the right hand side in the Jungle Kingdom, it should be under either the coaches tab or the admin tab. That's all I have for you. Peace.